Welcome to a new SMQ video. I'm just kidding. But yeah, do welcome in to the new video. This is going to be a slightly different style video than normal. It's not just going to be a tune. I will be showing a tune, but the main focus of this video is fitment. I see so many people rocking tunes of mine. It mainly happens on cars that are modded, like this one. The whole body kit's modded, so if you're running this tune that's made for a modded body kit, and you're not running a modded body kit, you're going to be rolling around looking like this. And this is not a joke. I've seen people rocking my tune, and they have this fitment, and we just can't have that. We just can't have that around here. So the reason this happens is this tune is made for a modded body kit, and if you're not using one, then it's going to look oof. It's going to look bad. So it's such an easy fix. Such an easy fix. What is that? There we go. Such an easy fix to make your fitment perfect on literally any car. So you could be using my tune, you could be using someone else's tune, your own tune, whatever it is, whatever the case. It's so easy. It's literally 4 settings, and you can completely change your whole fitment. You can make it perfect. So the first would be the spring stiffness here, and so you can raise it or lower it to make the car higher or lower. I'm sure most of you know that. I'm just covering all the bases here. Same thing in the rear, raise, lower it. And then for the wheels, this is the main part here. Is you want to go to the suspension, then to wheels, and then over here wheelbase. This is going to be your savior here. So you literally just bring it in like that, boom. Same with the rear, boom. Bring it in, easy, perfect fitment. You want it a little wider in the front, you just bring it out a little bit. But yeah, I've seen so many people rocking some crazy fitment, and it's such an easy fix that I just don't understand why you would do that. And I think they just didn't know. And I know a lot of you will know how to do this, but I'm just making this so that the people that don't know how to do it will know how to do it, and they won't have some crazy fitment. So that is that. And I'm also going to do a live tune right now. I've never done this before. I'm just gonna pick a car here. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the most recent YouTube video, and we will pick a comment right now from this one. I've been using this. If you guys do want to pick a car in the future, best way to do it is just go to my most recent YouTube video and comment a car, and that is the best way to do it. Okay, let's see here. So we got BMW, possibly. He wants the graphics. Yep, we're doing that at 40K. Let's see. I'm gonna do the M4 because someone commented that on. It was a couple. Where was it? It was a couple cars ago. I think it was when I was posting. I was posting this one. Or I was just using this car for fun actually, and then a bunch of people said they wanted it, so I ended up making a tune for that. But I was gonna do the M4, so I'm gonna take this and do it for the M4. My M4 is so clapped right now, holy. Let's fix this. This looks bad, dude. Oh, what we got here? Ooh, those look good. These are modded. You won't be able to get these unless you're on PC. Yeah, this is just gonna kind of be like a full. I'm just gonna build a tune live right now. I never done any of this before. A lot of people ask like how to tune, because you could use my tunes, but then some people they want to use cars that I haven't tuned yet, and you should be able to make your own tunes if you want to. I mean, of course, not everybody is gonna want to do it that way. But yeah, this is just gonna kind of be a live build creation, I guess, so you can see what I like and what I don't like. This is modded, so you're not gonna be able to do this. It's not the greatest example. Yeah, the body kit is just it's completely preference. You can do whatever you want. Probably gonna do no wing on this, unless that one's kind of clean. I think I'm gonna do that one. Tail lights, so I'll just stick with those. Exhaust, I'm gonna keep Let's see what they have here. I think the stock looks the best, actually. Yeah. Wheels. Let's see. Maybe some like TE37s will be clean with this, if I can find them. There we go. Those don't look as good as I thought. Actually, these first ones are pretty clean. Let's see. Now, for the sake of the video, I'll just use some normal wheels. Let's see what we got here. Right, sports. These look good. These were actually like BMW stocks. These are these. I think I'm gonna rock those. Those look good. All right, and then I'm going to make the car black because I feel like black would look good on this. I'm gonna do gloss black because I think that's the darkest. Okay, so now we got the body kit, and now I'm going to hop in a game here and show you kind of like my base settings I use for tunes, because like when I started tune, I've been tuning for so long, I have like most of the settings I just have a default in my mind that I put down, and then I adjust from there, because not every car is the same at all, actually. They're quite different in most cases. So let me just get this going here. Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna have to do that after. Okay, so let's hop into the tune. So, dude, this thing is bouncing. Holy, I gotta turn the stiffness down a little bit. 70. We'll just start with 70. And then these wheels, we got 19s. I think 20s would look better. Yeah, these are really low. I don't know why these are so low. So these, I don't have like a default number. It's just like around like 15 to 2000 is like my default. I find it doesn't matter that much on these. You could do more or less, you know, whatever you think is better. I just personally, this is where I start. And then this, I recently turned this up. This makes the car, it feels a lot smoother when I have these higher. So like 50 to like 60 on both. I usually like to have the rear a little higher than the front, but I don't think it matters that much. So we'll do 50 in the front, 60 in the rear, and then camber. We'll just leave that there first because you have to tweak the fitment first. You raise and lower the car depending on how high or low it is. You'll have more or less camber that you can add. Caster, I usually like to rock about 5 degrees. Wait, did I skip something? No. Yeah, so caster is usually about 5. Steering axis offset usually about 10. Back steering angle all the way up. Ackerman really depends on the car. Recently, like most of my tunes prior to like I want to say 3 or 4 tune videos ago have been pretty low, like 66 to 69%. But recently I've been liking it a lot higher, like not a lot higher, but more like 75. Some of them 80, just depends on the car. So we'll start with about 75. Kingpin, I leave that at 10. Rear camber, it's pretty much preference. I think that's gonna be fine. -3. 20-inch wheels. The tire diameter depends on the car too. You can do whatever you want. I'll probably start with 230. And then the tire pressure, I usually like to do about 225 to 240 depending on the car. And then front tire pressure around 130, maybe 125. I like a little more grip in the front so I can catch my 270s when I do them. Tire grip, always 90. Wheelbase width, that's just about fitment. Let's zoom in here so we can see. You don't want it too close, that's another thing. Like that looks good if you're taking like pictures, but when you drive, the motion of the tire is gonna actually poke through the fender, and you don't want that. I mean, if you're fine with that, you can do it, but I like to have it a little more in. And then the front, I like to have it a little more wider. That's probably good in the front. Brake torque, I usually like to rock a little lower, like 1,000, maybe like 13 to 15 depending on the car. So I'm gonna do like 14 on there, and then we'll bump this up to about, let's just say 70 to start. external wastegate off, engine tune-up, I usually turn that all the way up, and then you can do this up and down. Basically, I have these 3 settings. I have external wastegate off, these 3 on, turbocharger on, and then I just adjust this up and down when I want more or less power. We'll start with 900, we'll try that. This on sequential VLSD, I usually have about 90 to 100 on the diff lock ratio. Final drive is 350. This is already done because I kind of tuned this before, but I like to do final drive at 350 and then gear 1 240, gear 2 150, 140, 130, 125, and then 110. It doesn't have to be perfectly like that. You can go a little bit lower or higher. That's just the default one that I like to use. So we will, this is something you won't have to do unless you're on PC. This is just for air suspension. You have to set it to whatever you have applied. So basically just raising it until it moves. You could just look in your settings, but I don't feel like doing that. Okay, 6 and 12. There we go. Okay, so once you have the bass tune, I usually just do like a couple laps and see how it feels. Sometimes I get it first try. Sometimes it's like completely off and I have to redo it. Not redo it, just tweak settings. This is already feeling pretty good. Maybe a little more angle. And maybe a slight bit more tire pressure in the rear, like 230. Let's try that. So this will just really come with experience. Like if you're really new to the game, I wouldn't recommend making your own tunes. I mean, you can try it for fun, but it's definitely going to be, the best option will be to use my tunes or someone else's tunes, because you don't have to do any of the work, and you can just use them and they'll be good. But this is starting to feel pretty good. It's a little bouncy. And the spring stiffness is already really low, so I think it really depends on the car. Some cars are really bouncy, some cars are not at all. But especially if you're on console and you're not doing jumps, that won't matter at all. Yeah, I think we're good here with this. This is looking pretty good. Yeah, I think, oops. You won't have that problem unless you're on PC. Okay, I'm gonna bring the wheelbase out a little bit in the rear. It's just a little too in for my liking. We just don't want it to be poking through like crazy. But the car is black and the tire is black, so you wouldn't be able to tell as much on this. You can usually tell more if your car is like white or a different color, and then it'll really be apparent. But yeah, this is looking pretty smooth right now. I'm thinking we're good. That is not always the case. Sometimes I'll tune a car and it'll take like I'll put in the exact same like starter settings that I use and it'll be nowhere near what I want it to be, and that just really depends on the car. Yeah, so let's do the tune here. I know I just showed tweaking it, but I'll just show you it all in one go, and then I'll publish it on here too. And let me just throw this in too. I will show you guys how to use a custom tune, because a lot of people don't know that either. They ask me all the time. So this will just kind of be like a, tutorial on how to do that as well, I guess. So I'm not going to read this off. It's going to be a little more awkward because there's a face camera now, but I'm just going to skip through these so you can copy them if you want. Yo, so I'm actually re-recording this because I'm editing the video. This is editor SMQ here, and I realized that the face cam is low-key griefing. So I'm not going to re-record the entire video. Next time I do it, I'll make the face cam a little bit smaller, and I think I'll raise it up in the top right corner. But I do realize that it is not the greatest face cam placement, but it is the first time using a face cam, so forgive me. But yeah, here's the tune. All right, and this is a goodbye from Editor SMQ back to Video SMQ. All right, and they're always on Ultimate category. I'm sure you know this by now. I'm not going to show the body kit because it's pretty much all modded. Yeah, the front bumper, the skirt, and rear bumper is all modded. So I'll show you guys the wheels though one more time in case you want these, because these are not modded. These look pretty good on this car. They're on the sport category, and I think they're just, yeah, they're 4 from the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4 right there, boom. And the paint on them, a lot of people ask this as well, how to get them so bright. You just go to paint and you go chrome, and then you turn saturation all the way down and your brightness all the way up, and you just do that for these 4 settings right here. And that basically, like, if you want it a little bit darker, like a like a gunmetal, you can do like that. I just like them chrome. Yeah, so that's for the tune and the body kit. Now let me publish this really quick. To publish it, it's super easy. You just go into a tune, boom, 25, okay. Then you go over here, modification. You go to custom, publish, boom, boom. Just like that, it's published. So if you want to find it, I'll put the code in the description. It'll be easier to just copy it. Well, I mean, if you're not on a PC, you have to type it in anyway. But yeah, you would just go, for me, it'll show up here because it's mine. So there's the code right there, 843-596-931-265. So how you would find the code, or how you would type in the code, where you would find the place to type in the code, is you just go over here to Workshop. It's all the way at the right, and then you click Modification Workshop, and then you would click right here. If you're on keyboard, it'll say T. If you're on controller for Xbox, you click down on the right stick, and then it'll just say type in publication code, and you just go blah blah blah. You type whatever the code is, you hit apply, and then it'll add it. Alright, you guys, well, that does it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the face camera down below in the comments. I mentioned earlier I am going to fix it. I'm going to make it a little smaller, and I think I'm going to raise it a little bit, like a little up over there. I don't know which way. I just like up in the, over here where the profile picture is, so it's kind of out of the way. But I think face cam is a good idea. It'll just be a little more personal. You'll be able to see me. It's not like I'm just, or you're listening to a screen, like I'm putting a face to the game, you know what I mean? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tune tutorial and fitment guide, and make sure to like and subscribe. Once we hit 40,000 subscribers, I will be making a graphics guide. So if you're on PC and you want to copy my graphics, I'll make a tutorial on that once we hit 40,000 subscribers. But yeah, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.